Well, I've dealt with death working in care. You know, it comes with the job really, doesn't it? But I had an experience early last year where my father got really poorly, and it happened all of a sudden, and I didn't really know where to turn, or, you know, I'd never been through that before in my own personal life, so I didn't know where to turn or what to do, or, you know, where to get advice from, and not putting the hospital down, but I didn't really get much support from them, so I just wanted to do this to sort of see, try and give people more of a chance to know what to do, if that makes sense. Yeah, my dad was poorly for many years, about 13 years, but during the end he got COPD, and they also found that he had lung cancer, and this happened within the space of about 3 weeks, finding out that he had lung cancer and COPD, and then he just went downhill from there, and because it happened so fast, I don't know, it just sort of shocked me, and I didn't know where to turn. When he first got poorly, he knew, and that the doctors told him that you haven't got long. He told me what he wanted for his funeral. He arranged his funeral within a day. He said, I want these hymns, and so on and so forth. But then after about a week, he wasn't able to communicate anymore, so then I was sort of down to just me really, and then, yeah, so I just did my best to make his wishes come true.
I bet you're glad you had that conversation with him.
Yeah, if I hadn't have had that conversation with him, I would have been even more lost. But even though I knew what he wanted for his funeral, I still didn't know what was out there for me, sort of support-wise and stuff like that. My friend, yeah, my friend helped me a lot. It might sound strange, but the funeral directors helped me a lot with the arranging and stuff, because obviously I hadn't done it before, and I expressed that to them, and they did help me a lot with that.
They talked you through what you wanted to do.
The steps that you have to take. Obviously it's not just someone passing away, they've got a life behind them and a house and bills and everything else, so sort of, you know, step by step, this might help you if you do this, but then you might also be feeling like this, so yeah.
The practical and the emotional.
Yeah.
And had your father written a will?
No, he hadn't.
Right, okay. So do you think that would have helped, having something like that?
Probably, yeah, it would have helped, yeah. Okay. Like I said before, I got a lot of help from the funeral directors and a friend, but also I looked online. I googled it.
What did you put in the search?
What to do when one of your loved ones dies. I didn't know what to put, so I did get some information on there. Yeah.
Was that helpful?
It was helpful in a sense of sorting out his, I don't know what you'd call it, you know, his home stuff, what to do with like making phone calls and stuff like that, but emotionally not so much. Having someone there that had been through it, or, you know, that was clued up about it, and just to say this is what's going to happen, or this may happen and you're going to feel like this, but this will help, and, you know.
So someone else who understood.
Yeah. Now that I've been through it, I feel like I know a bit more about it. So if I do find that I can sit there and talk to someone about it more easier than before. And if they have got questions, I find it easier to answer now because I've been through it personally. So yeah.
And you can see how much you would have liked that support.
That's it.
How you can now be that supportive to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And would you, before we met and started talking, would you have seen yourself as someone with an element of death literacy yourself? Would you have thought that about yourself?
No.
And now that we've been discussing compassionate communities and death literacy, how do you think now about that information and that experience you've got?
I feel more open to it. I feel like I'd like to learn more, because there's always stuff you can learn. But I'd also like to be there to help others, and I find that this is helping me to do that, so yeah.
That's lovely. That's really lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.